Let's talk about a new kind of economy that's running our world. But, it's got nothing to do with money. It's an economy of attention. And in this economy, how an idea performs matters way more than whether it's actually true. Today, we're diving deep into this concept, the spectacle economy.
It wasn't that long ago that the world of ideas felt, well, different. Whether you were talking about science or debate or philosophy, there was this basic assumption that eventually the truth would win, right? Good ideas would rise to the top, and the bad ones would just fade away.
But that is not the world we live in anymore. Not even close. Today, an idea's survival has almost nothing to do with its accuracy. It's all about its speed. It's about how quickly it can grab your eyeballs and just spread. And this quote just nails the heart of the spectacle economy. Think about it. The truth? It's often quiet, it's nuanced, it's complicated. It doesn't really make for a killer headline. But spectacle? Oh, spectacle is loud, it's simple, and it hits you right in the gut. It is perfectly engineered to go viral. So if spectacle is the name of the game, who's actually winning? Well, this brings us to this really fascinating and kind of troubling new player that's just built to thrive in this world, the effectively wrong. So let's break down the matchup, right? In one corner, you've got the effectively wrong. Their whole style is punchy sound bites. Their method? Pure emotion. And they deliver it all with this air of absolute, unshakable certainty. And in the other corner, you have the ineffectively right. They're giving you paragraphs. They're asking for careful evaluation. They speak with nuance. So, take a wild guess. Which one of those is our modern world set up to reward? And that's the key right there. That moment you take to think carefully. That pause for reflection, admitting that something is complex. In today's system, those things are treated like bugs. It's like a slow internet connection. We get frustrated and we just click away to find something faster, something that gives us that instant hit. You can see this play out all the time. The source material brings up Andrew Yang during his presidential run. He walked into what was basically a gladiator pit, holding a white paper packed with detailed policy. He had substance for sure, but the arena wasn't built for substance. It was built for performance, for a feeling. And what this suggests is that we don't really elect ideas anymore. We elect an affect.
Okay, so we've got a handle on what's happening. Performance is crushing substance. But the really important question is why. To get that, we've got to look under the hood. We're going into the engine room of the attention economy.
I mean, it seems totally backwards, doesn't it? So why do we keep falling for it? Well, it turns out the answer is hardwired deep, deep inside our own brains.
Our brains are running on some pretty ancient software, and that software is programmed to look for very specific things. We are biologically drawn to novelty, the new shiny thing. We're wired to pay attention to displays of dominance. And maybe most importantly, we are absolute suckers for certainty. A confident voice, even if it's dead wrong, just feels safer to our primal brain than a hesitant voice that's actually right. Now here's where things get really wild. Modern algorithms didn't invent these biases in our brains. They just found them, and then they automated them on a global scale. These systems are designed to find whatever it is that lights up our ancient reflexes, novelty, dominance, certainty, and then just feed us more and more of it. It's a feedback loop from hell. And this quote just perfectly captures the result. When the whole system rewards the loudest, most certain, and most outrageous performance, the thoughtful teachers just get drowned out. The entertainers, so to speak, are now writing the curriculum. Okay, I get it. This all sounds incredibly bleak. But the story doesn't have to end there. The source material points out that there's a loophole, a way to fight back, not by tearing the system down, but by hijacking it for good. And the strategy is called ethical entertainment. The whole idea isn't to give up on truth. It's to learn the language of the spectacle, the style, the engagement, the performance, and then use those same tools to make things like accuracy and curiosity just as contagious. It's about making the truth just as compelling as the lie. So how does that actually work? Well, you can think of it as a three-step process. First, you've got to master the tools of the spectacle. You have to learn the rules of the game to play it. Second, you take your substance and you wrap it in style, making it captivating. And finally, you elevate the whole thing. You turn the very act of seeking truth into an art form. So here's the crucial insight. We can use the exact same psychological pathways, the same algorithmic triggers that created this whole mess, to actually build a solution. We can give people that dopamine hit they're craving,
but attach it to curiosity and real understanding, not just empty noise. But listen, this isn't just a playbook for creators, it's really a challenge for all of us as the audience. We have a choice in this economy. The question is, are you going to be an active participant or just a passive extra in somebody else's show? Try this. It's a powerful mental switch. The next time you see someone loud, certain, and probably wrong, just dominating the conversation, don't think genius. Think neural marketer. See them for what they are, someone who is just expertly pushing your brain's ancient buttons to get your attention. And on the flip side, when you hear that quieter, more thoughtful voice that actually admits it doesn't have all the answers, don't write it off as weak. Reframe it. What you're really seeing is the truth, and it just has too much integrity to scream for your attention. Look, the spectacle isn't going anywhere. The show will go on, the algorithms are going to keep optimizing, and the performers are going to keep performing. That's just the world now. But how you react, what you choose to let into your own mind, that is still your territory. So that really leaves us with one final question. In this giant, noisy, overwhelming spectacle economy, are you going to be an active, thoughtful participant who decides where your attention goes, or are you just going to be another extra in the show?